Have you ever been caught in the crossfire of a narcissist's relentless quest to paint you as the villain? Their behavior often seems more like a bizarre, theatrical production than an ordinary disagreement. They twist reality, distort your actions, and go to astonishing lengths to convince others, and perhaps even themselves, that you are the embodiment of evil. But why do they do this? What drives their obsession with turning you into the demon in their narrative? In this video, we'll uncover the psychology behind the narcissist's desperate attempts to prove you're the problem, delving into their motivations, manipulative tactics, and the impact it can have on you and those around you. You'll learn not only why they do it, but also how to protect yourself from their smear campaigns and regain your peace. The first thing to understand about a narcissist is that their seemingly unshakable confidence is nothing more than a carefully constructed facade. Beneath this exterior lies a profoundly fragile sense of self, one that is constantly under threat. This fragility drives much of their behavior, particularly when they encounter someone who sees through their manipulation. When a narcissist feels exposed or threatened in this way, they often react with extreme and calculated measures to protect their illusion of superiority. Among their most insidious tactics is the creation of a narrative in which you are painted as the demon, while they assume the role of the misunderstood hero or victim. This tactic isn't random or impulsive. It's a deliberate strategy with deeply rooted motives. For the narcissist, casting you as the villain serves several critical purposes, all of which help them maintain their sense of control and superiority. The first purpose is justification. If they can convince others, and perhaps even themselves, that you are inherently flawed or malicious, their own abusive or manipulative actions suddenly appear justified. Any harm they've caused becomes excusable, as it's framed as a necessary response to your supposed behavior. In their minds, this twisted justification helps them escape accountability, allowing them to continue their actions without facing the guilt or shame that might otherwise arise. Beyond justifying their behavior, this narrative also allows them to control the perceptions of others. Every time they twist the truth or fabricate a story about you, they're not just attacking your character, they're reinforcing their own. They craft these tales with meticulous care, ensuring that every detail paints them in a sympathetic light while portraying you in the worst possible way. Have you ever noticed how their stories always seem perfectly calibrated to evoke pity or outrage from others? This isn't a coincidence. Narcissists are masterful storytellers who weave a web of deceit so intricate and convincing that even those who once knew you well may begin to question your integrity. The result is a carefully orchestrated smear campaign designed to erode your reputation while bolstering their own. To achieve this, the narcissist employs an array of manipulative tactics. They might exaggerate minor mistakes you've made, take your words or actions out of context, or outright fabricate lies to suit their narrative. They're relentless in their efforts, carefully selecting which details to share and which to omit to ensure the story serves their purpose. For example, they may recount an argument in a way that completely erases their provocation or downplays their role in the conflict, leaving you as the sole antagonist. This selective storytelling is designed not only to vilify you, but also to cement their position as the aggrieved party. But why does the narcissist go to such great lengths to demonize you? The answer lies in their desperate need for control and validation. By framing you as the villain, they ensure they remain the focal point of attention. To a narcissist, it's far better to be seen as a victim, heroically battling a so-called monster, than to face the uncomfortable truth of their own flaws. This narrative allows them to maintain their illusion of superiority as they cast themselves as morally or emotionally superior to you. Furthermore, this tactic serves to isolate you from others. By turning friends, family, or colleagues against you, they systematically strip away your support system, leaving you feeling vulnerable and alone. This isolation makes you more susceptible to their influence and more likely to return to their orbit, which is precisely what they want. The smear campaign doesn't just impact your relationships with others, it also affects your own sense of self. The narcissist's relentless attacks can leave you doubting your own actions, words, and intentions as their manipulation creates a cloud of confusion around your identity. This psychological toll is part of their plan, as it weakens your ability to stand up for yourself or see the situation clearly. Every accusation, every distorted story, every subtle dig is designed to chip away at your confidence, making you question whether you truly are the person they describe. In the end, this entire process is about preserving the narcissist's fragile ego at all costs. Their inability to confront their own shortcomings drives them to project their insecurities onto you, using the narrative of the demon and the hero to shield themselves from accountability. It's not about you, it's about their desperate need to maintain control over their world and the people in it. By recognizing these tactics for what they are, you can begin to reclaim your sense of self and break free from the toxic dynamic they've worked so hard to create. The emotional toll of being labeled a demon by a narcissist can be incredibly heavy, often leaving you feeling emotionally drained, confused, and lost. You may find yourself questioning the very foundation of your reality, wondering whether you're the person they say you are, or if you've somehow become someone you don't even recognize. This intense self-doubt can make you second-guess your actions, thoughts, and even your intentions. You may struggle to maintain your relationships as you try to process the emotional whiplash, wondering who you can trust and who is seeing you through the lens the narcissist has created. This is exactly the environment the narcissist strives to create. Their goal is to make you feel unsure of yourself, erode your self-worth, and push you into a place where you rely on them for validation. In their eyes, your distress is proof of their power. It validates their narrative and reinforces their sense of control. But here's the truth you must hold on to. The accusations and attacks made by the narcissist say far more about their character and their flaws than they will ever say about you. So how do you protect yourself from the emotional devastation that comes with these false accusations? The first step in protecting your peace is understanding that their attacks are not truly personal. Narcissists don't view their behavior as a reflection of you. To them, anyone who challenges their carefully constructed facade becomes a target. When someone threatens the illusion of their perfection, the narcissist feels the need to destroy that person's credibility in order to preserve their own fragile sense of superiority. This understanding is key because it allows you to detach emotionally from their behavior by recognizing that their attacks are not a reflection of your worth, but rather a desperate attempt to deflect their own insecurities. You begin to break free from the emotional entanglement they want to create. Next, one of the most powerful tools for protecting yourself is establishing firm, unwavering boundaries. Narcissists thrive in environments of chaos and confusion, where they can manipulate others into giving them the emotional energy they so desperately crave. But when you deny them access to that emotional energy, when you refuse to engage in their games or be pulled into their drama, you reclaim your peace. Boundaries are your shield. They not only protect you from further emotional harm, but also send a strong message that you will no longer tolerate being treated as an object for the narcissist's needs. This act of standing firm in your boundaries is a crucial step in reclaiming control over your life and emotions. It's equally important to surround yourself with a support system of people who understand the dynamics of narcissistic abuse. It can be incredibly isolating to go through this experience, especially when the narcissist's smear campaign works to turn others against you. That's why building a network of friends, family members, or professionals who can validate your feelings and experiences is essential. These people will not only provide the emotional support you need, but they will also serve as a reminder that you are not the person the narcissist is trying to portray you as. Talking to trusted friends or a therapist who understands what you're going through can help you process the abuse and gain clarity on the situation. Remember, while the narcissist may try to isolate you and create division, you do not have to face this battle alone. There are people who care and will stand by you. As you navigate this difficult journey, always remember that the narcissist's accusations are not a reflection of your reality. They are projections of their own insecurities, fears, and emotional shortcomings. They see in you the very qualities they cannot accept in themselves. Their attacks are not about you. They are about their inability to face their own internal turmoil. In many cases, their efforts to demonize you are merely a distraction from the deep self-loathing and fear they carry within. By standing firm in your truth and refusing to engage in their emotional manipulation or their toxic games, you take away their power. You stop feeding into their narrative and you begin to reclaim the control that they once held over you. The process of healing may take time, but every moment you choose to detach from their manipulation and embrace your own worth is a step closer to regaining your emotional freedom and peace. Thank you for taking the time to explore this critical topic with me. Narcissists may go to great lengths to paint you as the villain, but their actions do not define you. By understanding their tactics and maintaining your integrity, you can rise above their smear campaigns and reclaim your peace. If this video resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that empowers you to navigate the complexities of narcissistic relationships. Share this with anyone who might be struggling to make sense of a similar experience. Together, we can build a community of strength and support. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next discussion.